Welcome to the public webinar on the State of Georgia's Carbon Reduction Strategy. This work is being conducted by the Georgia Department of Transportation with support from consultants ICF and Modern Mobility Partners. The purpose of this presentation is to introduce the public to the process used to develop Georgia's carbon reduction strategy. At the time of this recording, the Carbon Reduction Strategy, or CRS, has not yet been finalized nor posted publicly. The goal of this presentation is to explain the process, schedule, and deliverables being produced by this project. We have organized this presentation around the broad questions shown here: who, what, why, how, and when. This project is led by GDOT to meet federal requirements. GDOT is working with consultant team ICF and Modern Mobility Partners. To ensure local perspective and technical accuracy, GDOT has engaged both with the state MPOs, metropolitan planning organizations, and an advisory committee of experts across the state. The advisory committee will advise the project team, providing data and guidance for the CRS through their local input. The advisory committee will focus on the overall state framework. They will advise, provide data, and guide the CRS from local inputs, and this will be done over the course of 3 meetings throughout the project. Some members include the Georgia Environmental Protection Division, GDOT's Office of Program Delivery, Georgia Institute of Technology, and the Georgia Regional Transportation Authority. The CRS also puts emphasis on MPO coordination to ensure strategies meet MPO priorities and eligibility. MPOs are the source of local information and can provide valuable information on what works in the urbanized area. To find out if you live in an MPO or which MPO you live in, please visit the Georgia Association of Metropolitan Planning Organizations, GAMPO, at gampo.org. There will be 2 meetings with each MPO and 2 GAMPO meetings. The regional commissions will also provide information on the regional context and potential regional coordination for these strategies. You can also determine which regional commission you live in at the GAMPO website at gampo.org. Finally, the general public will be informed through a website which will post information on the CRS and the CRS document when it is finalized. Now let's go into the what. Note that I use both CRP, Carbon Reduction Program, and CRS, Carbon Reduction Strategy, in this presentation. The program is at the federal level. It was established by the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, or BIL. The CRP provides funds for projects designed to help on carbon reductions. The BIL directs FHWA, the Federal Highway Administration, to apportion funding as a lump sum for each state, which is then divided among apportioned programs. Each state's CRP apportionment is calculated based on a percentage specified in law. Here we've shown Georgia's anticipated funding amount of $211 million. Also shown here is a link to FHWA's implementation guidance for the CRP from April 2022 for more details on the program. So why are we creating a carbon reduction strategy? Well, the CRS is federally required. The CRS is a statewide document that will be updated every 4 years. By law, states are required to develop a carbon reduction strategy in coordination with MPOs in the state. The strategy is due by November 15th, 2023. This is what GDOT is currently working on. The strategy is intended to support efforts and identify strategies to support the reduction of transportation emissions. Another why is that the CRS supports many statewide initiatives. It is consistent with the governor's strategic priorities outlined in the statewide Strategic Transportation Plan. It highlights catalytic and innovation investments. It provides strategies to enhance GDOT's planning process, and it complies with the new federal planning requirements. So what types of projects are eligible under the CRP? The FHWA guidance provides several types of activities that are considered eligible under the program. The project types shown on the left are a subset of activities that are generally eligible. The full list of eligible projects is longer than what is shown here. The list on the right shows projects that might be eligible for CRP funds. The key here is that these types of projects are not directly listed as eligible and may require additional documentation or analysis to show full life cycle emissions reductions. For the purposes of the CRS, we intend to include project types that could fall into either of these categories to make the document more useful in future project selection. How will the CRS be structured? We are including several components in the development of the document, including stakeholder engagement, strategy development and analysis, and data modeling. This will all funnel into the CRS that GDOT will submit to FHWA. Our expected approach to the strategy development and analysis is to organize available strategies into 3 broad buckets shown here. The first is alternative technologies and modes. This addresses consumer choice strategies like alternative and low carbon fuels and other alternative modes of transportation. The second is operational efficiency improvements. This includes how GDOT and the MPOs may plan and manage road operation and flow. The third is sustainable infrastructure. This includes things like green construction, sustainable pavements, alternative construction materials, and maintenance practices. Note that some of the strategies may not fit neatly into these buckets, but the document will address this. The first bucket, alternative technologies and modes, addresses consumer and commercial choices, such as vehicle and technology purchases and travel mode choice. Some example projects include alternative fuel vehicles for public sector fleets, bicycle, pedestrian, and non-motorized transportation facilities improvements, and transit service improvements. The operational efficiency improvement bucket addresses transportation operations to optimize system performance, reduce delay, and smooth traffic flow to reduce vehicle emissions. While many of these strategies do not target carbon emissions directly, they may have environmental co-benefits. One example project is freeway management. Freeway management can include things such as managed lane programs. GDOT's Major Mobility Investment Program, MMIP, improves operation and reliability, thus reducing congestion and reducing transportation emissions. So some of GDOT's MMIP strategies could fit into freeway management if they meet CRP eligibility requirements. Other projects eligible for operational efficiency improvements include traffic incident management, active transportation, parking management, and transportation demand management. The last bucket is sustainable infrastructure. This set of strategies addresses the life cycle site emissions associated with transportation infrastructure. It could include things like lower carbon construction materials and fuels or retrofitting to lower energy use lighting and maintenance strategies. Another way the carbon reduction strategy will be used is that it will be integrated into the planning, design, and construction for GDOT and MPO-led transportation projects. So when will the CRS be completed? Here we've shown the full schedule and various tasks that make up the project. This includes 2 GAMPO meetings along with 3 advisory committee meetings and ongoing individual MPO meetings and coordination throughout the project. We show in the dashed lines where we are now. We are currently wrapping up task 4 of the project, strategy development and analysis, and we began the documentation process in July. The project concludes with the development of a final CRS document for GDOT by the end of September, prior to the November 15th deadline. What are our next steps? Well, we're going to complete the strategy list and analysis, we're going to continue stakeholder outreach and public engagement, and we're going to continue the document development for submission to FHWA. If you have any questions, please email gdotcrp@dot.ga.gov. Thank you.